Hey everybody, this is Rebel Builder and I'm back with another mock video for you. This time is something a little different. This is my own design. Now this is a speeder that was inspired by Solo, A Star Wars Story. Now I was pretty excited to see the movie, and we got both of these sets here before the movie came out. And building these really kind of got me excited for the movie, but it also got my creative brain kind of working, and I wanted to build something that was in the same kind of vein as these kind of speeders. So I carry around this notebook with me, especially when I'm at work, and I made this sketch, kind of my idea of the speeder. And you can see, generally it was like a pickup truck here in the back, had the bracing in the middle and the windscreen and kind of a little engine piece, and even some notes about the colors here, dark bluish gray, red and white. I really like that color combination, kind of inspired by all those guys building crate MOCs right now. I ended up not using the red. It just didn't kind of fit once I got the white and the dark bluish gray in there. But I think this is kind of cool for me that, I kind of had this goofy little sketch and it actually kind of turned into something. Now I would say the most fun aspect about this project is I was just building based off my imagination. I wasn't trying to recreate a TIE fighter. I wasn't building something specific from a movie or one of the shows. Like, I just got to let my mind wander and come up with this design, and that was really refreshing for me to kind of take a step back from some of the TIE fighters I'm building and just do something purely creative. And I'm pretty happy how this thing turned out. Now let's take a look at some of the details. Here in the front, I kind of created these headlight looking deals. I don't know if you'd specifically have headlights on this thing, but it works pretty well. I use these 1x1 round plates with the hole in the middle. I really like those parts, they're pretty versatile. And here on top I have a couple of lightsaber hilts. They make a pretty good engine looking piece. Nothing specific intended, just some greebles. Now here on the side I have this bar. Now really, I think that's a cool looking detail, but really what it's serving is I've got these round slopes here on the top and round slopes on the side, and there's no way to kind of fill in that gap. So I came up with the idea of using this bar as kind of a detail. Maybe that's a laser cannon, maybe it's just some sort of mechanical piece. And it worked out pretty well. And got some grill tiles on the side here. Now this section here with these slopes sticking out, I don't know what that is. I just think it looked kind of cool. That was an idea that popped into my brain. And I also really like the color combination, mostly dark bluish gray, but these white stripes, those are definitely racing stripes, muscle car inspired. Now I think that kind of inspired some of the aesthetic too of Han Solo speeder. So that was kind of an aspect of that set and the vehicle in the movie that I was trying to carry forward. I'm pretty happy how that turned out. I got some stripes on the side here too, and the white, I don't use white very often, and I don't really know why, but it was really cool for me to come up with a good use for it here on this MOC. Now here on the side I have this section of greebles here, just a chunk of black pieces. I've got this dark metallic gray 1x1 plate there. I really enjoy greebles. They're one of my favorite aspects of building. Just kind of looking through the buckets, trying to come up with some parts that just really weren't intended to be used as a detail the way you're doing it. And you get really creative and you come up with some neat ideas. It's always a lot of fun for me. Now as we spin around to the back here, I've got this section here, some 2x2 round slopes there. I love those round slope pieces. And I've got some engines back here. These are the same piece that are on the Han Solo speeder. And just again, greebles, these grill slopes, I love using those things. I use some on the inside here. Now I have this whole section here of these grill tiles going up the middle. No explanation for that, just I thought they looked cool. And these 2x2 tiles with the stud in the middle, those are definitely something inspired by the Imperial hover tank from Rogue One. Maybe this thing could carry some of those kyber crystal containers. And I had this idea of these little kind of ramps sloping down the back, and just a detail that stuck out in my brain. I was happy that you know, I got to implement it and it kind of turned out how I pictured. And here's the cockpit section. Kind of hard to see in here, but I do have a couple of the chair pieces. I've got this, I think that's like a bionicle arm there in the middle, just kind of adding some detail. Just trying to use more parts to come up with something to give it an interesting look. You can see here there's not much going on with the dashboard. I've got the control yoke over there that he's driving the speeder with, and then a little section of computers. You could fit 2 people in this. You know, there is another chair here. I'm just including the one guy here. So if I spin this around, you can see he's really a Han Solo, and I threw some blue arms on him and added a kind of a funky hairpiece. Just trying to come up with something different. He's not intended to be, you know, any specific character. And if you look at the bottom here and you've built the Han Solo speeder, you can see that I didn't do anything original here. Just some of these 4x1 bricks with studs on the side, and then some tiles running along here, and these little wheel pieces, just enough so that it rolls and but doesn't stick up. And you know, this is almost the exact same design that's on that other set. All right, I think that'll do it for this build. This was definitely a fun little project. It wasn't epic. I didn't spend a ton of time doing this, but I got to kind of just build freely, build according to my imagination, and it was really kind of a freeing project. I really enjoyed that. I'd kind of like to do more builds like this where I'm kind of building within the Star Wars universe, but maybe coming up with my own designs. But I'd love to hear what you guys think about this, so leave me a comment down below. I always appreciate hearing your feedback. It's really some interesting conversations that take place down there. And I'd appreciate it if you'd hit that like button. And if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. I've got some great videos already on my site, but I do have some good ideas in the works, and you don't want to miss out on those. So thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate the support. I'll be back soon.